Armed men invaded Kapro Secondary Mission School, located at Ganarob in Bakin-Ladi local government area of Plateau State this morning and abducted about 4 students. Hi, welcome to What's Happening. These are the top 10 stories now. At number 10, operatives of the Amotekun Corps in Oyo State, in collaboration with the Odwa People's Congress and Vigilante Group of Nigeria, arrested 6 suspected bandits at Kajola local government area of the state early this morning. The Oyo State Commander of Amotekun, Colonel Olayinka, who revealed this in a statement, said the operation was carried out while on a joint routine patrol around 4 a.m. today, April 29, 2021, along 2 routes within the local government area. The commander further stated that the bandits' mode of operation was to pretend to be herdsmen in the day, but then violently rob innocent residents on the highway at night. Items recovered from the suspects include 183 cows, weapons and a total sum of 268,470 naira. The state security outfit said they have handed them over to the Nigeria Police Authority alongside the 183 cows, weapons and money found in their possession for further investigation. At number 9, the State Security Service invited and interrogated Usman Bugaje, an ardent critic of the President Muhammadu Buhari administration yesterday over a recent interview he had with AIT. Sources close to Bugaje said he reported at the SSS headquarters in Abuja at about 10 a.m. yesterday, where he was interrogated for almost 8 hours. It was gathered that the interrogation was carried out at a unit in the office of the National Security Advisor. Bugaje, who turned down the Buhari administration's ambassadorial appointment offer in 2016, was later released at about 7 p.m. At number 8, the Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, Brigadier General Buba Marwa, has said that since he came into office, the agency has seized 2 million kilograms of assorted drugs with street value of over 80 billion naira. Marwa made the statement yesterday during a courtesy visit by the Acting Inspector General of Police Usman Alkali Baba at the agency's headquarters in Abuja. He said within his first 100 days as NDLEA boss, 2,000 criminals associated with illicit drug trade have been intercepted by operatives of the agency and over 350 have been convicted so far. Marwa further said it was time to renew collaboration to further strengthen the existing working relationship between the agency and the Nigerian police force, adding that a society with less drugs is a society with less criminality. At number 7, operatives of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission have arrested 33 suspected internet fraudsters in Abeokuta, Ogun State. The suspects were apprehended by operatives of the Ibadan Zonal Office of the EFCC at Adigbe, Oloke, Ibara Housing Estate Extension and Odiori areas of Abeokuta. In a statement released today by the EFCC spokesman, Wilson Owujaren, the fraud suspects were arrested following actionable intelligence received on their alleged criminal activities. Items recovered from them include 18 cars, mobile phones, laptops and several incriminating documents. At number 6, an opposition lawmaker, Dachong Bagos, has hinted that President Muhammadu Buhari could face impeachment proceedings if the security summit to be held by the House of Representatives fails to improve the security situation in the country. Bagos, who represents Just South and Just East Federal Constituency of Plateau State, said this today during an interview with Channels Television. According to him, the security summit to be organized by the House is the last opportunity for Buhari. The House of Representatives inaugurated a special ad hoc committee on Wednesday, chaired by the Speaker of the House, Femi Gbajabiamila. The committee is to organize a security summit between May 24th and 28th, 2021. Bagos said if the summit does not succeed in yielding the needed changes, the lawmakers will call for the resignation of the president or impeach him. However, it is unclear if Bagos' statement has the broad support of other lawmakers since the ruling All Progressives Congress heads both chambers of the National Assembly. At number 5, the People's Democratic Party held an emergency 91st National Executive Committee meeting at the National Secretariat of the party today. The PDP National Chairman, Uche Secondus, said the emergency meeting was necessitated by the current state of security in the nation. The opposition leader lamented the bothersome insecurity in the country and how the President Muhammadu Buhari-led government had failed the nation and her citizens. Secondus also called for the immediate declaration of a state of emergency on security. At number 4, another police station was attacked by hoodlums in Abia State yesterday. The State Police Command confirmed the attack in a statement this morning. The police public relations officer in the state, Geoffrey Ogbonna, said the attack occurred at Nkporo police station in Ohafia local government area. He said the criminals suspected to have been laying siege around the station took advantage of the morning rainfall to attack the station. The police said the hoodlums threw an explosive into the station and burnt one unserviceable police motorcycle outside, broke the windshield of the patrol van and stole 2 exhibit motorcycles. Ogbonna, however, said no officer was injured in the attack. At number 3, Reverend Father Ejike Mbaka, the spiritual director of Adoration Ministry in Enugu State, has advised President Muhammadu Buhari to resign because God is angry with him. This is coming about 7 years after the clergy made a prophecy that Buhari would win the 2015 presidential election. Mbaka, who was one of the staunch supporters of the president, just announced that God has asked him to withdraw his support for Buhari, adding that he should either resign or be impeached. The Catholic priest said this in a viral video showing him speaking at the Adoration Ministry in Enugu. He said it is wrong for Buhari to maintain grave silence despite the widespread killings in the country. At number 2, the Judiciary Staff Union of Nigeria, Lagos chapter, have resumed full duty after a 23-day strike to press home their demand for financial autonomy for the third arm of government. Their resumption, according to reports, followed a directive by the Administrative Department of the Lagos State Judiciary. Although all departments of the State Judiciary have reopened, the courts are yet to commence sitting. Finally, at number 1, armed men invaded Kapru Secondary Mission School, located at Ganarob in Bakin-Ladi local government area of Plateau State this morning and abducted about 4 students. However, reports say 3 of the students were able to escape due to the timely intervention of security agents, while 1 is still in captivity. Kapru Secondary School is a few kilometers away from the Yakubu Gowon Airport and about 60 kilometers from Jos, the state capital. The president of Paramalam Peace Foundation, who is also a global mission leader, Reverend Gideon Paramalam, confirmed the attack, saying the armed men broke the rear fence of the school, where a hole was drilled, to gain access into the school compound and kidnapped the students. Always remember to wear your mask, wash your hands, and stay safe. That's all for today. See you next time on What's Happening.